to Inspiration Field at Carol Willis Park. Bam. Welcome to Inspiration Field at Carol Willis Park for today's college conference, Illinois and Wisconsin doubleheader between the Augustana College Vikings and your Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. Profanity, derogatory comments, and other intimidating actions directed at student athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Thank you for your assistance in providing a positive atmosphere. Now let's meet today's starters. First, for the Vikings, batting leadoff, the shortstop, number 1, Alexis Duke. Batting second, the designated player, number 23, Mackenzie Staunce. Batting third, the catcher, number 32, Elena Diaz. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 12, Aubrey Gradine. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 9, Emma Evans. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 11, Anna Machevsky. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 22, Emily Gadd. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 13, Tegan Neese. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 6, Marley Beam. And in the circle, the pitcher, number 27, Lauren Coaster. And now the starters for your Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Batting leadoff, the right fielder, number 25, Grace Wilkins. Batting second, the center fielder, number 5, Anna Beckman. Batting third, the shortstop, number 27, Jen Kuhn. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 22, Ava Corey. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 13, Claire Post. Batting sixth, the designated player, number 10, Bella Pinter. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 20, Ella Hermes. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 11, Casey Wismiller. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 32, Julia Wilkins. And in the circle, the pitcher, number 23, Gianna Serta. At this time, we ask you to face the flag for the playing of the national anthem, sung by Illinois Wesleyan graduate and former Chicago Cubs and Blackhawks anthem singer, Wayne Mesmer.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
Now batting number 32, Elena Diaz. Now batting number 12, Aubrey Gradine. Now batting number 9, Emma Evans. Now batting number 11, Anna Machowski. Now batting number 22, Emily Gadd. Now batting number 13, Tegan Neese.
let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had
When competition for the best jobs is fierce, how do you set yourself apart? Experience? An education? Yes, but not just any education. At Illinois Wesleyan, we prepare graduates who break through the noise, who run the boardroom, the classroom, the lab, the stage. The best college for jobs in Illinois is right in your own backyard. Reach further, dream bigger, and break through at Illinois Wesleyan University.
said before, I don't
Now batting, number 5, Anna Beckman.
Check 1-2. Welcome to Carol Willis Park and Inspiration Field on the campus of Illinois Wesleyan University. I think we've started this broadcast about 4 times now. Tony Bankston here with you alongside Alex Bardenitis for a big CCIW matchup. And we've had a lot of fireworks already, including the audio system here as we've tried to get on track. But Alex Augustana kind of got off to a dream start in the top half of the first, putting 4 runs up on the board.
Yeah, that homer that went over the wall definitely with the bases loaded there allowed for all those runs to happen. So Augie's definitely off to a great start.
Off with 2 singles, then there was an error on the third baseman, Wismiller.
Opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Back with you at Carol Willis Park and Inspiration Field for the top of the second as Augustana will get started. Already down to the number 9 hitter. That's Marley Beam, a junior out of Lakewood, Colorado, as she takes the first pitch for a ball. Gianna Serta started this game for the Titans, but she has already been replaced as Caroline Gatchell has come on in relief there to get out of that first inning. And as we said, getting out with only giving up 4 runs, kind of a little bit of a blessing for the Titans, and they'll try to regroup here in inning number 2. And it looks like that struck the hitter, but the umpire seemed to be indicating there, Alex, that the pitcher was hanging out over the plate out of the batter's box. So I believe that goes as a foul ball. It's a 1-2 count. And the next pitch on the outside corner for a strikeout. First strikeout for Gatchel. And that gets the top of the second off to a little bit better start than the top of the first.
Talking about that pitching change, Gianna Serta's not normally one to be subbed out so quickly and be changed, but Caroline Gatchel coming in as relief, especially after the home run that allowed Augie to get 4 runs. Now we're looking at a little bit of a conversation between the umpire and both coaches.
Can't tell if they're questioning with the count with the play that I alluded to, where it seemed like he called, not sure if he was calling it as a strike when the batter was struck by the ball, if they counted as a foul ball. He keeps holding up 2 fingers on each hand trying to say it's a 2-2 count. I looked up on the board, it was 1-2 after that play, and then there was a called strike over the outside corner. So we'll see here. The umpires getting together to try to sort it out and figure out what's going on. And they are confirming now that it was indeed a strikeout. So again, as a coach, all you want is for them at least to discuss it to make sure they've got it right, and they've concluded that they did. So we will head on now to the shortstop for the Vikings, Alexis Duke. And she takes ball 1 low. Duke, a freshman out of Port Byron, Illinois, Riverdale High School. Next pitch also low and away for ball number 2. Duke entering the game with a .417 batting average. They're looking at the 2 top teams in the CCIW, so you'll see a lot of strong batting averages. A lot of good hitters on both teams as it again drops low for a 3-0 count now. So Gatchel starting with a strikeout, but now in danger of walking a hitter here in the top of the second. There's strike number 1 over the heart of the plate. Teams both with healthy records. Augustana entering with a 24-10 overall record, 12-2 in the CCIW. As Duke prepares for the next pitch, that's going to be down and a walk with 1 out.
Now batting, number 23, Mackenzie Stomp.
Titans enter with an overall record of 29-7, 14-0 in the conference. So the math is pretty simple today. If the Titans can win one of these 2 games, that would secure the outright regular season title and also hosting privileges. But if the Vikings can take both of these games, they would share the regular season title and host the CCIW tournament next weekend.
A lot of pressure on both sides.
Mackenzie Stantz at the plate now for the Vikings. Change up there on the outside corner for strike 1. Be a 1-1 count with Duke leading away at first. Next pitch foul back. Stantz in the hole 1-2. Alex, how would you describe the weather today?
Quite gray, honestly. I mean, we had a little bit of rain earlier. I know I was moving out of my dorm and it was pouring, but the rain has seemed to stop, which is really good for these guys out here on the field. But a little bit of wind, a little chilly. It's not terrible conditions, but also not a beautiful day outside.
That pitch drops low for a 2-2 count now on Stantz, and the wind blowing out a little bit towards left field. Probably not really a helping wind, maybe helping towards that left field corner a little bit, but definitely overcast, no sunshine to worry about. As Stantz chases one up and away, great pitch by Gatchel there to get out number 2. So runner on first.
Now batting number 32.
And Elena Diaz will step up. She reached via the error, I believe, to load the bases in the top of the first. Titans certainly hoping for a quick top of the second here to get back out there and get the bats going. Alex, a member of our women's volleyball team at Illinois Wesleyan, I know if you've had a bad run, a bad stretch of plays. Oh, and a rocket hit right back in the glove. What a reaction by her. That ball was smoked and caught for out number 3. Big smile on the face of John Nelson, the coach for the Vikings, as he cannot believe that that ball was caught.
Line drive.
I was going to mention, though, you know, when things aren't going well in volleyball, you probably really look forward to just getting out and getting to the next point, getting to the next set. Sometimes when you have a stinker set, you can't get to that next set fast enough, can you?
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a quick break here on the Titan Broadcast Network, and we'll be back with more Titan softball right after this.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care. From general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
What is proven science? At Just Thrive, it's about best-in-class clinical research. It's about supplements that empower users to control their health. These are the elements that make up the foundation of Just Thrive. Our proven, clinically backed, proprietary probiotic removes the guesswork from supplement selection because we've done the work for you to ensure that you're getting the...
Back at Inspiration Field, as Claire Post fouls one out of play. Nice play by a Titan fan. Even got a little props from the PA announcer on that. Strike one on Claire Post, as she'll lead it off here in the bottom of the second inning. That pitch travels low, sets up a 1-1 count now to Post, and she'd love to find a way to get on base. The Titans need some base runners right now to try to claw their way back into this game. Pitch up and away, ball number 2, 2-1 count. And fouled back. Lauren Coster pitching today for the Vikings, a 3.62 ERA. So far, what do you see from the Vikings pitcher, Alex?
A lot of consistency. I think she's done a good job of pitching. Oh, that one hit the dugout. A lot of ducking over there. But, yeah, a lot of consistency from this pitcher for Augie. A lot of aggressiveness. I think she's definitely seasoned in her experience. So, a lot of good things.
Floats a changeup there, just misses the outside portion of the plate, so the count's going to go full. So I would consider this a quality at-bat here for Claire Post. She's seen a lot of pitches, 3-2, looking for a way to get on for the Titans. And she will with a walk. You can see the excitement back to the dugout as the Titans really took a haymaker in the top of the first. I think grand slam was not the way you would envision getting off to a big game at home. So,
oh no.
Titans trying to fight their way back as Bella Pinter steps in. Bella, the designated player, squares around for a bunt, pulls it back for ball 1.
Pinter with a 356 batting average. Most of the hitters for the Titans with such a high batting average like that, so good odds for them.
So Pinter with the sacrifice bunt, successful. She'll be credited with a sack as Post moves down to second. Kind of might seem odd a little bit playing small ball. You know, it feels like you're down a lot, but again, it's only the second inning. So You were
Lot
down,
of time.
down 4-0. Getting back to 4-2 doesn't sound too bad if you had watched that first top of the first inning. So,
I mean, even with the home run by Jen Kuhn, allowing that one run, it still sets the momentum and gets the Titans going.
there's a ground ball to second from Hermes for out number 2. So the Titans are going to have to do it with 2 outs. The third baseman, Casey Wismiller, stepping in for her first at-bat of the afternoon with an RBI and opportunity.
Wismiller with a .327 batting average. She's been pretty consistent with her hitting across these games that I've seen, at least.
That pitch didn't look too bad. I guess judged to be up and away a little bit for ball number 1. Same location, ball number 2. Didn't see much of a reaction from the pitcher either. She holds her emotions in, or maybe it was clearly a ball on both those pitches. Probably up and away a little bit. That pitch judged to be high, so 3-0 to Wismiller with Wilkins on deck. That's Julia Wilkins, and taken all the way there. Wismiller takes a strike. So a 3-1 count, bottom of the second inning. Titans trail 4-1. Claire Post on third, looking to come home. And there's another pitch away. And Wismiller takes the free pass down to first, and the Vikings will take their chances with Julia Wilkins.
Both of the Wilkins twins getting their spot in the roster for the batting today.
It looked a little bit like Coster was trying to get Wismiller to chase an outside pitch there. She didn't bite on any of them, took the walk. Now with the lefty, and the ball slapped down the left field line, and a diving catch by the left fielder. That's Emily Gadd with a huge catch to save a run and keep the score at 4-1. So we knew we'd see some good softball today. Definitely some great defense there by Gadd. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to bring you the top of the third inning right after this on the Titan Broadcast Network. The Augie Vikings up.
Grady with almost a 400 batting average. That certainly shows that home run.
That ball ripped to Wismiller on the ground, and a throw, unable to get it over there in time. So Casey Wismiller had a tough first inning with a couple of errors in that inning. Just made an incredible diving stop there, but could not get up in time to get Gradine at first. Looks like we may get a pinch runner for Gradine. Gradine is the first baseman, so this would be a substitution. Looks like possibly number 3 checking into the game, Emma Schmidt, a freshman from Oak Creek, to pinch run.
Number 3, Emma Schmidt.
So the catcher for the Titans, Claire Post, will have to be on guard here. I'm guessing there's a reason that they want to put Emma Schmidt in, and likely a quick runner. Stolen base, a possibility here with nobody out. And Emma Evans stepping up to the plate. Evans 0 for 1. And Getchell starts out with strike 1. Next pitch is a ball, low and away. Evens up things at 1 apiece. 4 hits for the Vikings, 4 runs on 4 hits for the Titans, 1 run on 1 hit, the home run by Kuhn, and 2 errors on the Titans so far. As we said, the 2 top teams in softball for the CCIW. You knew it was going to be a bit of a dogfight today and expected to see some good softball. Good preparation. It's an intense game, Alex, but it's good preparation headed into the conference tournament and hopefully an NCAA tournament.
Definitely, especially, I mean, the CCIW conference is a pretty tough conference all around, but, I mean, this being the last game before the CCIW championships, before the postseason for NCAAs, is that ball hits the center wall.
Ball comes off of the center field wall. That wall was extended this past year in preparation for hosting the NCAA Division III Softball Championship, and hit well enough and over the head of the center fielder, Beckman. Started to go back on it, realized she couldn't make a play. That ball might have been out before the fence was actually extended. Couldn't tell exactly where it hit above that line or not. Regardless, though, Augie threatening again. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Anna Masajewski stepping in.
Strike 2.
Try another stab at her last name. Mashievsky. You can remind me of that, Alex, every time I get it wrong. But Mashievsky at the plate. Second pitch is a ball, so a 1-1 count. Runners are in second and third. Titans really want to try to go to work to prevent any more runs here. Already needing to mount a comeback, down 4-1.
First priority is going to be that runner on third.
Ball fouled straight back. And a big strikeout for Gatchel. That is the 4th on the day, and it comes at a primo time as the Titans needed to get that first out on the board. Still in trouble here with runners at second and third. Only 1 out. And Emily Gadd, who made a fantastic catch in the bottom of the last inning, steps in at the plate. Gadd, the number 7 hitter. First base is open, but you would think that Gatchel's going to try to go after Gadd here if she can, try to get a ground ball. Infield is playing in. And it goes to a 2-0 count. And the changeup drops in for strike number 1. Emily Gadd, again, a junior out of Orland Park, Illinois, went to Lockport Township High School. Fouls one straight back, and the count evens at 2-2. So early on, top of the third, and feels like a big pitch. Feels like a big at-bat here. And that bunt up in the air, caught by Post on a great diving play. Now that would have been strike 3 anyway in foul territory.
Now batting, number 13, Tegan.
So a little bit of an interesting play. I mean, I think Post just wanted to flash the leather. You know, she's like, I know I don't need to catch this, but let me show you what I can do. Brings up Tegan Neese in a big spot here. Runner still at second and third, 2 down now.
And that catch got him to 2 outs. If they can keep Augie at bay, catch that in the outfield.
Fly ball right field. And on to make that catch is Wilkins, and the Titans get out of it. So second and third, nobody out. And the Titans do a great job defensively to get out of it. They still trail 4-1. Lots of work to do. We'll bring more to you here in the bottom of the third inning at Carol Willis Park and Inspiration Field after a short break. In a slapper defense here. Augustana playing with no right fielder. They have 2 infielders to the third base side and then another player, another fielder in the shortstop hole as that ball is fouled. So if Grace ever had an intention of taking a swing and hitting into right field, she could run all day long. There is nobody out there. And the bunt is laid down, fielded by the third baseman. And the Vikings have had the successful defense to kind of neutralize Grace Wilkins on 2 occasions now as she's unable to get that bunt down. We'd maybe like to see her force the first baseman to maybe field that a little bit. That third baseman is in so tight on that play. As Anna Beckman steps in, 1 down.
You can definitely tell the Augie did their prep. They did their scouting. They kind of know the hitter's tendencies and the batters, and they're definitely making use of that on their defensive alignment on the field.
See if Coach Prager decides to change things up. As we head along this afternoon. 2-0 count now on Anna Beckman. Beckman 0 for 1 on the day. As that pitch travels high. And quickly a 3-0 count. There's strike 1 as Beckman was taking all the way.
Beckman with a .331 batting average.
And that pitch travels outside, so a walk for Beckman, the speedy Beckman on first base. So good speed on the base paths for the Titans. As Jen Kuhn steps up to the plate, and Jen has the only Titan hit of the day, and it was a big one, a home run to at least get the Titans on the board. Augustana, interestingly, still looks to be in almost a no-bunt defense. Third base playing really tight. First baseman also in front of the bag. As Jen Kuhn rips a ball way foul. That's may damage the esports building over there through the parking lot. So a long strike evens the count at 1-1. Next pitch is down. Takes the count to 2-1. As Diaz looks Beckman back to first. Another ball low and away, and it's 3-1. So important for the Titan hitters, trailing by 3 runs, but you don't want to get impatient. If they're going to give you walks and base runners, you want to take that, and they're certainly pitching Kuhn a little carefully here. There's another ball driven deep. Left center field at the wall, drops between the 2 Augie outfielders. Beckman racing around with good base running. She'll get it to third. And Kuhn will be at second. So a challenging play there. I think both of the outfielders for Augustana would probably tell you that they should have made that play, although technically it didn't touch either player, and it looks like a hit has been awarded, so that's going to count as a double for Kuhn as the ball simply dropped between the two Augustana outfielders.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the wind took that one a little bit, but I thought that was going up before it dropped. So maybe they did too. A little bit of miscommunication there, but great for Jen Kuhn and the Titans.
Well, we mentioned that the wind is blowing pretty stiff out to left field, so that ball was moving away from the center fielder and towards the left fielder. And they both ended up being very close to where they needed to be to make that play, but I guess both of them also thinking maybe the ball was going out of the park, trying to figure out where the fence was, just didn't quite communicate. As Ava Corey hacks at the first pitch, straight back. Beckman on third, Kuhn on second, and a big spot for Ava Corey to try to pull the Titans a little closer. Big change up there.
You can tell Corey's really going for that one.
Yeah, she tried to hold up a little bit, even tried to keep that weight back a little bit, but couldn't do enough to keep from missing and being way out in front on that pitch. 0-2 count. And a great piece of hitting there by Corey. She dumps it into short right field. Kuhn coming around third. She'll score, and it's 4-3 Augustana. Titans get two back. They're now down one. A base hit and 2 RBI for Ava Corey. Great piece of hitting there by Ava as she got a pitch that was low and away and just stuck the bat head out there and was able to drop it right over the head of the first baseman and out of the reach of the second baseman coming behind first.
It's great placement.
First pitch is low. Should be a 1-0 count to Claire Post. As that ball is hit directly at the second baseman, and Corey, for some reason, did not read that. I think maybe thought are there a little bit.
I mean, like we said, with it being the most important conference match, especially before the CCIW championship and the tournament, you know, it's nerves on both sides because, I mean, for the Titans, as long as they can win at least one of these games in the doubleheader, they can clinch that win. But Augie is also trying for the same goal, so.
It's Marley Beam in the box, leading off the top of the fourth for the Vikings. Quickly 2-0. Beam a strikeout victim first time around. Change up. Judged to be out of the zone there. It's a 3-0 count on Beam. There's a strike right down central, 3-1. I don't know if I'd judge the strike zone one way or the other. I'd say it's probably been a little more on the tighter side than the looser side, but not huge complaints one way or the other.
There certainly haven't been any outrageous calls.
No. Usually you watch for the player reaction or the coach reaction, and there hasn't been anything. You know, crowd always gets excited about everything. Yeah. So, full count now to Beam. That ball is popped up, and Post wasn't able to locate it right away. Probably would have been a very difficult catch to begin with. But Beam stays alive. Gets to face another pitch here. And ball 4 sails up and away. So Beam with a lead-off walk. And that's been the theme as Augie has put some runners on base this afternoon, and the Titans will have to do a defensive job again.
Alexis Duke.
As the top of the order comes back up for the Vikings, Alexis Duke stepping up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a walk, has scored a run. And there's a strike over the outside corner, so Gatchel gets ahead on this hitter. Both of these lineups dangerous. Definitely the top of the lineup for Augustana. So the Titan defense will need to be on their toes as the count evens up at 1 apiece. Ball on the outside corner is slapped foul to the right side. It'll be a 1-2 count on Duke. Augie has left 4 runners on base to this point. The Titans have left 2. Another pitch up and away. A little bit chilly out here. I don't know. It's either upper 50s, lower 60s, somewhere in that range. So a little bit of a challenge for these pitchers in their grip.
Yeah, certainly not the 80 degrees that we saw the other day.
That ball is slapped to short right field. A little bit surprised there.
Now batting.
Caught by Hermes.
Yeah, that Hermes didn't make the attempt at first. The runner on first base was caught off base a little bit, but Hermes either didn't like the grip or didn't want to risk it, or couldn't tell if Corey wasn't quite covering. Regardless, though, out number 1 for the Titans as Mackenzie Stantz steps in. Stantz is 1 for 2, has also scored a run and struck out once. And that pitch judged to be low, I presume. Maybe a little bit outside to Stantz. 1-0. That time a strike. Pitch up a little bit higher. Gatchel gets the call. 1-1. We've already seen a player on each team doubled off of the base. Almost maybe could have had a third one there. But it remains only 1 out. That ball is going to be grounded softly to second base. And a good play by Hermes there for out number 2. As the runner advances to second base.
Now batting, number 32.
And the Augustana Vikings have a runner at second with 2 down. And the catcher, Elena Diaz, stepping in. Diaz 0 for 2, but did score a run. Reached on an error in the first. Takes ball number 1 outside there. A lot of people around here are very particular on pronunciation. I had actually just looked up Ella's name to see if it was Hermes, which is the Greek god of, I don't know, Greek god
Messenger
of the forge.
god.
Is that right? Or no? Oh, yeah, the messenger of love. Yeah, there you go. How are you all up on your Greek mythology? That's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
I went with Hermes, but it's Hermes.
Yes.
Probably a big fan of the Disney Hercules movie, right? I guess.
I am Greek myself, with
I guess,
Bardenitis being my last.
I guess you should know.
Yeah.
Good point. 3-1. The count now on Diaz. That pitch up and
pop
away, popped up to the right side. Looks to be room for Corey.
She got it.
She makes a great catch up against the protective fencing in front of the Augustana Viking dugout. So again, we've seen some good defense today, and there's Corey flashing a little leather for the Titans to get out of the top of the fourth. We'll bring you the bottom of the fourth inning when we return. Titans are down 4-3. We'll be right back after this.
Number 10, Bella Pinter.
Back at Inspiration Field in Carol Willis Park as we head into the bottom of the fourth. Bella Pinter stepping up for the Titans. Pinter, the designated player. Sacrificed in her first at-bat. Takes ball one. Titans have been chipping away at this Augustana lead. The Vikings putting up 4 in the top of the first. The Titans responded with 1 in the bottom of the first, 2 in the bottom of the third, and we sit at 4-3. Ball number 2 low and inside to Pinter. There's a pitch over the heart of the plate as Pinter takes strike one. The Vikings 4 runs on 5 hits. Titans 3 runs on 3 hits. And that pitch has consistently been called a ball today. So from our vantage point in the press box, it looks like maybe it's very close to the outside corner. But again, not seeing a lot of player reaction or anything. So 3-1 count. As Pinter takes one up to the shortstop. And a good throw across by the shortstop Duke for out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth. So Ella Hermes.
Now batting, number 20, Ella Hermes.
0 for 1. Steps into the box, looking to become the first Titan base runner here in the bottom of the fourth. Ball 1 up high. Lauren Coster pitching an effective game for the Vikings. No strikeouts, but has moved the ball around well. Avoided a great deal of hard contact. The Titans have had a couple of good hits, but not a lot of hard contact. As one is lifted there into shallow right field, and the right fielder races on to grab it. That's Mashievsky with the catch there. Out number 2. And Casey Wismiller stepping in for the Titans. She walked in her first at bat, and the Vikings trying to have a quick bottom of the fourth here. Ball number 1 inside.
I mean, the Titans are a pretty heavy offensive team, so, I mean, if they're trying to avoid a homer like Coons, that goes past the shortstop.
Yeah, Wismiller with a
32.
single up the middle there, just avoiding the outstretched glove of the shortstop, Duke. So the Titans do get a base runner here in the bottom of the fourth, as Julia Wilkins will attempt to get a rally going. Number 9 hitter for the Titans today as she slaps one just to the right side. So interesting that for her twin sister Grace, Augustana employs that extreme slapper defense, bringing in the right fielder and shifting the second baseman over to the shortstop side. They do not do the same thing here for Julia. So Julia, you talked about scouting, Alex. They must know that Julia can actually turn on a ball and may hit it to right field. Big gap in right center.
Strike 2.
That pitch low and away, not really the type of pitch you want to go after as a slap hitter, waving over the top of that. Takes the count to 1-2, so it's got to be battle mode now for Wilkins. That pitch is up. As we said, Coster doing a good job moving the ball around, in and out, up and down, trying to keep these Titan hitters guessing what's coming next. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner at first base, bottom of the fourth. That ball slapped, a nice piece of hitting right there. And a slap hitter with good bat control. She just steered into that gap. Fielder playing in the second base gap, and the second baseman, shortstop, and third baseman all to the left side.
Foul ball over the dugout.
That ball slapped foul to the left. Like I said, it would be interesting to see Wilkins bunt down the first base line, because the first base, I don't know who's covering first.
No one's out there.
Yeah, the right fielder is way too far over. If Wilkins drops down a bunt to the first base side, I'm not really sure who's supposed to be covering in that instance, but I'm guessing Grace could beat the second baseman over there, who's actually the right fielder. It's also something your right fielder doesn't really do very often. Of course, the play may be with a force on at third base for the first baseman just to field it and go to third. And you have the shortstop covering the third base position. So pick your poison. Ball up the middle to the second baseman. And a very close play at first, but Wilkins is called out, and Augustana gets out of trouble. So things are getting exciting here at Inspiration Field. Titans still trail 4-3. We head to the top of the fifth. You're watching the Titan Broadcast Network.
When competition for the best jobs is fierce, how do you set yourself apart? Experience? An education? Yes, but not just any education. At Illinois Wesleyan, we prepare graduates who break through the noise, who run the boardroom, the classroom, the lab, the stage. The best college for jobs in Illinois is right in your own backyard. Reach further, dream bigger, and break through at Illinois Wesleyan University.
Grudine.
Back at Inspiration Field on the campus of Illinois Wesleyan University. Top of the fifth, Augustana Vikings lead 4-3. As Aubrey Gradine, who had the big grand slam in the top of the first inning, steps in. Gradine 2 for 2 on the day, 4 RBIs. Titans would like to figure out a way to get her out. Strike one catches the outside corner. It's a 1-1 count on Gradine. That pitch sails high, 2-1. Looks like Gradine entered with a 390 average, and she has only added to that, maybe up over 400 now. Next pitch goes high. It's a 3-1 count. And Gatchel will want to be careful here with the number 4 hitter for the Vikings. Strike right over the heart of the plate. Gradine looked as she was taken all the way. Confident, I'm sure, in her ability to hit with 2 strikes.
I mean, that's all you got to be in this situation. Confident. Just got to take a swing.
That pitch on the outside part of the plate fouled out of play to the right side. He'll do it again. Sun's starting to peek out here a little bit. A welcome visitor to the ballpark.
Warming up the visitors in the stands here. Everybody came out to watch.
Well, we got spoiled a couple days ago with temperatures in the 80s and thought we were done with all these 50s and 60s, and here we are again. And that pitch looked like maybe a drop ball that dropped too low. Gradine didn't want any part of it, and she's on with a walk.
Now batting, number 9, Emma Evans.
Emma Evans steps up to the plate, the number 5 hitter. Also, well, she's 1 for 2 on the day. And she rips a shot into left field. And the Vikings are in business again, first and second, nobody out. Again, Gatchel came on in relief in the top of the first, with Gianna Serta unable to get it going
11,
today.
Anna Machewski.
Looking for the pitch count here, which I can't find right off the bat. But a bunt there by the Vikings. Sacrifice is good by Masajewski. Mashievsky. I'll get that eventually. Mashievsky with the successful sacrifice. So 1 out, runners at second and third as Augie tries to pad that 1-run lead. And Emily Gadd steps into the plate. First pitch is low. Gadd, the number 7 hitter, 0 for 2. Gatchel's been able to bear down a couple of times. You don't want to play with fire too many times. And ball 2 travels low. Looks to be a 2-1 count on the board. I don't know if they restarted it, though. Did you have a strike yet? I thought it was 2-0, but we'll see here. Next pitch, low and away. Will be ball number 3. First base is open. You want to avoid getting back around to the top of the order for the Vikings. And there's another strike. Although we'll see the count here now. It says 2-2, but it is 3-2. So there was indeed a strike there. So it's a full count on Gadd. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Vikings lead by 1 here in the top of the 5th. Line drive to Gatchel. She snags it again, and it's a double play. Wow. We have seen some great plays today. Second line drive snagged by Gatchel. She's fielded her position really well, spun, and by a whisker length threw out the runner who was trying to get back to third. And just like that, Titans are out of danger, and they're going to come up to bat. Here's the replay again. The ball back up the middle. Gatchel snags it.
Quick
Throw
reaction.
over to third. Great play by the Titan pitcher. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Titans will be batting in the bottom of the fifth on the Titan Broadcast Network.
Not once, but twice.
Back at Inspiration Field, Anna Beckman leading things off for the Titans. She takes strike one on the inside corner. Beckman, the center fielder for the Titans. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. She has scored a run. And jammed inside again by Coster. That pitch outside. So 1-2 count. It's a big inning for the Titans. They're in the fifth. They're not guaranteed to get back around to this 2-3-4 spot. So this will be an inning where they'd like to do some damage if they can. That pitch sails up high. So Beckman working the count. She's in the hole 0-2. She's battled back to a 2-2 count. That pitch goes low. Whole arsenal of pitches here that Coster has shown. The drop, the rise. Moving it around. And Beckman has worked it to a full count here in the bottom of the fifth. Smacks the ball. Great diving stop by Duke. She'll have to hustle to get Beckman. Not in time. It's going to be an infield single for Anna Beckman to start off the bottom of the fifth. So we'll see what happens here with Jen Kuhn stepping up to the plate. She is 2 for 2 today, a home run and a double. Double that maybe could have been caught, but was not. As the first ball travels low. Runner at first. So a spot that you like to see the top Titan hitter in right here. Two consecutive drop balls there. Kuhn may be thinking she was getting the fastball after the first one dropped low and swung right over the top of that pitch. Good pitch by Coster to even things up 1-1. Another changeup as Beckman goes to second. She'll be safe as the ball is dropped there. So Beckman will now be out in scoring position at second base. Good speed. No outs. Should be a 2-1 count now. A 2-1 count on the hitter, Jen Kuhn. As Coster and Kuhn match wits. Another drop ball down. As Beckman got off base a little bit. It's a 3-1 count on Kuhn. Beckman doesn't want to get too crazy out there. She read that pitch down in the dirt and then decided not to go. Swing and pulled hard, fouled off the roof of the hitting pavilion and then over the roof of the hitting pavilion. So Kuhn having to contend with the off-speed pitches. Saw one there she liked. It's a full count now. As Kuhn slaps one to the right side. Out of play. You see Kuhn shows bunt right at the beginning, pulls it back, and puts her into battle mode here as she focuses on protecting the plate. And she pulls another one. way early on a couple of pitches. We've seen her hit some well foul. Not the only Titan hitter to do so. Three-two pitch, grounded up the middle and through. Here comes Beckman. She's rounding third, and the Titans are going to tie it up on an RBI single by Jen Kuhn.
Now batting, number 22, Ava Corey.
Alex, this is the part of the lineup that's gotten it done today. Kuhn has 2 RBIs. Ava Corey has 2 RBIs. So you wanted to see the Titans, if you're a Titan fan, get something done this inning.
Oh, yeah. I think the whole lineup from today by Coach Prager is very strategic and very well thought out for Augustana specifically, especially because I know a lot of preparation was probably done before big matches. At least that's what happens with us in our program. So I think this lineup is definitely working for her, and it's definitely been shown as the Titans have come back from that 4-0 lead by Augie in that first inning.
We'll talk about strategy. Coach Prager actually had her number 4 hitter attempt to lay down a bunt there on the first pitch. That was strike 1. And then the second pitch is ball 2, 1-1 on Corey. And she hits a ball up the middle, right to the pitcher. Low throw to second. And they call the double play. Be interesting to see if Coach Prager comes down to ask the home plate umpire for his opinion. So Coach Prager will have to go and ask the first baseman to see if he will ask for the opinion of the home plate umpire. It looked very close down there. But there will be no appeal to the home plate umpire. They're going to call it a double play. So a big play could have easily been in trouble there for the Vikings. And they turn the 1-6-3 double play. Post now up, ground ball to Duke, across and over for out number 3. Well, we've got the barn burner we expected. The Titans have tied it up. They've come all the way. Good as her pitching. She's made some great defensive plays to help her cause out on the mound. She will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Augustana here at the top of the 6th at a bare minimum, as Tegan Neese leads off. Looks like the changeup there drops in for strike number 1, 1-1 count. Neese, a sophomore from Sherrard, rips a pitch right at shortstop. Unlucky for Neese. Hit that ball really, really well, but right at Jen Kuhn for out number 1.
Now batting, number 6, Marley Bean.
Marley Beam will step in for the Vikings now, the number 9 hitter. 0 for 1 with a walk. Catch will get started with strike number 1. Next pitch sails low and away, evens up the count at 1-1. Low with the next delivery, 2-1. Beam entered today's contest with a 195 average. She takes strike number 2 on the outside corner there. So again, the number 9 hitter before you get back to the top of the order for these dangerous Vikings. So this is a hitter that Gatchel will want to try to attack if she can. The ball up and away is fouled straight back. And the 2-2 count on Marley Beam. Ball slapped to the right side, handled by Hermes. Over to Corey for out number 2. So Gatchel making quick work of the first
Now
2 batters.
Number 1, Alexis Duke.
And Augie will turn the lineup over as Alexis Duke, the shortstop, steps back in. Duke, one of the talented freshmen on this Augie team. Change up there and a good one for strike number 1. As Duke was well out ahead of that pitch. Duke 1 for 2 on the day, has scored a run, has walked. Been on base twice. Pitch outside, evens the count at 1-1. Even more sunshine starting to hit the playing surface now. Another changeup. The umpire wanted to look at it a little bit longer and finally decided it was a strike. So it goes to 1-2 on Alexis Duke here in the top of the 6th. Pitch on the outside corner, spoiled. Good job by Duke to protect that corner. And the next from Gatchel. Swing and a miss on a pitch off the outside corner. Caroline Gatchel has done a great job since coming in at the top of the 1st. And she's going to send her teammates to the bottom of the 6th inning. Everything all knotted up at 4. How are things going to work out? We'll find out when we come back right after the break.
When competition for the best jobs is fierce, how do you set yourself apart? Experience? An education? Yes, but not just any education. At Illinois Wesleyan, we prepare graduates who break through the noise, who run the boardroom, the classroom, the lab, the stage. The best college for jobs in Illinois is right in your own backyard. Reach further, dream bigger, and break through at Illinois Wesleyan University.
Now batting, number 10, Bella.
Back at Inspiration Field, action bottom of the 6th, all knotted up 4 apiece between the Augustana Vikings and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Bella Pinter leading things off. And Pinter pulls one just foul.
That went right down the line for a little bit.
No questions there. Nobody seemed to raise any concerns that it got over a corner of the bag. So clearly foul there for strike number 1. Latter half of the lineup here for the Titans. As that ball is popped up to the shortstop, Duke under it, and she has it for out number 1.
Now batting, number 20, Ella Hermes.
So Ella Hermes is going to come up. 0 for 2 on the day. Augustana is going to have their 2-3-4 hitters coming up in the top of the 7th. Guessing the Titans would like to have a lead if at all possible heading into the 7th inning. Just to relax things a little bit. So the bottom half of the lineup is going to have to do it here for the Titans if that's going to be the case. As Hermes slaps one into left field, and a nice little running catch there. Over in left field, that's Gadd. Emily Gadd looked real comfortable with it.
Caught it over her left shoulder, too. She reached for that. That's good coordination.
Yeah, with the wind blowing out to that corner, that's a ball that would have been tailing from the left-hander towards that corner, but she did a great job running it down. Out number 2. Casey Wismiller steps up now, 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. Casey would like to channel a little magic here for the Titans. And she drives one to the right field, shallow right. And it's dropped by the second baseman.
A little bit of a bailout there, but Titans will take it nonetheless.
It's the second time we've seen a little bit of miscommunication. The second baseman, Nice, was back there. She didn't fully drop all the way on it as the right fielder was coming in, and probably a ball the right fielder could have called her off on. That's Mashievsky out there. And just went off the heel of the glove for Nice. And that ball slapped up the middle. Julia Wilkins, they played that slap defense on her all day, and then they did not pull it in that time. And I don't know if John Nelson would second guess making that move or not making that move. But the Titans are in a little bit of business with runners at first and second. And we may be getting a pinch hitter here. Or actually, that was Julia Wilkins. So it was Grace Wilkins where they were playing the slap defense. Let me take that back. So I think we're getting a pinch hitter here for Grace Wilkins.
Maddie Poole, it looks like.
Yep. Now batting, number 17.
It is indeed Maddie Poole, entering with a .333 average on the season. We mentioned how that slap defense had kind of stymied Grace Wilkins a little bit in her 2 at-bats. Or in her 3 at-bats, actually. And so the pinch hit here as Coach Prager pulls the trigger on a pinch hitter. And Maddie Poole will step in from the right side, looking for an opportunity to maybe put the Titans on top for the first time today. First 2 pitches are up as Anna Beckman waits on deck. There's strike 1 as Poole seemed to be willing to take a strike there. Poole with good power, able to get the ball into the gaps. Augustana offense playing about 3 steps shy of the warning track. That's the one thing that's going to be a challenge for Maddie, especially your first at-bat of the day. It was first time seeing that changeup, and we've seen that changeup fool quite a few Titans there. It's a 2-2 count as Maddie Poole goes into battle mode. There's a swing and a ball going into shallow, and it's going to drop. Here comes the throw home. It will not be in time, and Casey Wismiller is going to score the go-ahead run on a base hit by Maddie Poole. It's the first lead of the day for the Titans as they go up 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. We'll have a pinch runner as Wilkins will re-enter now. So Maddie Poole does her job in a big way. Titans still with runners at first and second, 2 outs still.
I believe on the Titans weekend trip, Maddie Poole hit a home run in Wisconsin. So hitting very well tail end of the season here too.
Well, that one will mean a lot to her. Like I said, it's a pressure-packed game that means a ton to both of these teams. They're both fighting really hard. And Beckman would like to get a little more insurance if she can. First pitch is low for ball number 1. Beckman 1 for 2 on the day. She scored 2 runs, walked once. Has a stolen base to her credit. Trying to find a hole somewhere out in that Augustana defense as the check swing goes foul to the right side. Pitch sails up and away as they fake the hard throw through. 2-1. Gadd had made some really great plays out in left field all day. Made a great diving catch earlier in the game. Made that great running catch we alluded to earlier. Was playing a little deep on that soft liner by Poole. But you made a great point, Alex. Poole does have home run power, and they had to respect that power a little bit, play a little deeper, and that allowed that single to drop in. Beckman, no stranger to batting with 2 strikes as she takes that one. And it's a full count. So pressure-packed moment. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Titans lead by 1. Bottom of the 6th. And Beckman lifts a lazy fly ball to center field. Camping underneath it is the center fielder, Beam. And the Vikings require the Titans. Well, it's been a long, slow climb uphill for the Titans. Down 4 very early. 1 in the first. 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. The Titans are going to lead 5-4 and need to try to find 3 outs against the heart of the Augie order.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care. From general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
So back at Inspiration Field, we've got some excitement here going into the top of the 7th. Titans lead 5-4. 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up for the Vikings. They are a combined 3 for 8 on the day, have scored 3 runs. And Mackenzie Stantz is going to lead things off. She's a designated player. Caroline Gatchell low with ball 1. Titan defense pretty much straight away with Beckman shading a little bit to left field. Ball 2 up in the zone. 2-0 count. As again, Augustana will want to try to get some runners on base here, although the 2, 3, 4 hitters could do it with 1 swing as well. That pitch called a strike just off the outside corner. Moves the count to 2-1. That pitch fouled back and out of play, evens it up at 2-2. Big at bat here for both teams. Augustana would love to get the first runner on. Gatchell would love to get the first out if she can. It's a 2-2 count. On the changeup, ground ball to Wismiller, throws over, and Corey, it's where you love to have a tall first baseman.
Oh, yeah.
That throw sailed a little high, but for Ava Corey at 6 feet tall, not a problem for her to snag it.
I believe she's got a lot of relatives who are in the basketball business, so that height certainly an advantage for her at first base.
I may have shorted her a little bit. I mean, she's 6'2" on the team roster, and it was nice to have it there in that instance for out number 1. But now you've got to deal with Elena Diaz, a talented catcher for Augustana. She took ball number 1, and now there's a changeup as Gatchell is starting to mix that changeup in here nicely to even things up at 1 apiece. That pitch sails high. I believe it's 2-1. Scoreboard shows 1-1. I thought it was a 2-1 count. There's a strike on the inside corner. And it is indeed 2-2, so they correct the scoreboard. 2-2 count. on Elena Diaz. And that pitch is spoiled. It was off the outside corner. Diaz did a great job of just slapping it foul so she could see another pitch. A lot of hyper focus here by these hitters, and Gatchel on the mound in a tight situation. That pitch is slapped down the right field line and fades foul. Tailing off the bat of the right-handed hitter. That ball was continually moving to the right. So Gatchel has tried to go outside, and you can see Diaz creeping that plate, trying to guard against that, and hits a rocket into the right center gap. Beckman over there to cut it off and hold it to a single. But a big hit by Diaz to get on base. And I imagine we're going to see a pinch runner here as John Nelson comes up to the home plate umpire.
Now batting, number 12, Aubrey Gradine.
Good bit of hitting there by Elena Diaz. Another freshman on this squad. I think there's 3 freshmen we've highlighted today. And the Titans are going to counter with their own pitching change, as Mallory Holland will be entering the game.
Pitching for the Titans, number 15, Mallory Holland.
And really, you could maybe point to a couple of different Titan heroes for this game, but certainly none bigger than Caroline Gatchel coming in the top of the first inning. Titans down 4-0. I think there were still 2 runners on base at that time. Gave up no runs, pitched really well, and has given her team a chance here in the 7th inning.
Gatchel came in really well and just did her thing, allowed for Titans to pick up the momentum and run with it. And now Holland, a relief pitcher as well, she talked in a post-game interview at one point how she was so used to being a relief pitcher. At that point in that game, she had started pitching, but she's a seasoned pitcher, and she's been, I think, pitcher of the week 3 weeks so far through the season. So, she's been doing a great job in her position, and a good choice for Tiffany Prager.
Well, Aubrey Gradine has accounted for all of Augustana's runs up to this point. She hit the grand slam in the top of the first. She is 2 for 2 on the day with a walk. And Coach Prager probably thinking, let's give her a little something different to look at here, just to kind of change things up a little bit. But a pressure-packed moment for sure. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner for Holland. Certainly don't think the bunt is in play here. You never know. But with this kind of power at the plate. There's strike number 2. And Holland has gone inside corner both times. See if Gradine backs off the plate a little bit more. She does, but it's an 0-2 count. As Holland goes away, gets the ground ball, goes to first for out number 2. So the ground ball does advance the runner. It was a pinch runner, Veal, that is out at second base. So there are 2 outs. And Emma Evans stepping to the plate. Evans 2 for 3 today, so a tough out for the Titans. As she faces Holland, 2 outs. And the Vikings trailing by 1. And that pitch judged a little too far inside. That's the location Holland went to on Gradine to get the first 2 strikes. Just missed in that occasion. Second pitch a little low. First base is open. Not the worst thing in the world to give up a walk. You then give the force out at any of the bases. Mashievsky on deck, or should be the next hitter for the Vikings. And there's a strike. Moves the count to 2-1. So strategy-wise, the Titans have a couple options depending on how they want to pitch Evans in this circumstance. Again, 2 hits on the day, so they may want to be careful. Pitch up and away. Moves the count to 3-1. So again, first base open, runner at second, 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Ground ball over to Wismiller. Ground ball over to Corey, and the Titans win it. What a momentous comeback for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans to claim the outright regular season CCIW championship. This team has shown a lot of fight all year long, and maybe no more than this contest right here. Devastated with a top of the first grand slam by the Vikings, and they just crept back and crept back, crept back. And in that particular case, for the last out, you have Casey Wismiller, who had 2 errors in that big Augie first inning, and she makes the play there on the very last out of the game to get the Titans not only the regular season championship, Alex, but also hosting rights for the conference tournament next weekend.
Definitely. I mean, the Titans showed a lot of mental strength, a lot of just breaking through that adversity, especially starting down as big of a gap as they had with that 4-0 that Augie had, but a lot of resilience. And I think that a lot of, even with the errors that were made in those first couple innings, they definitely came back from those, worked through them, totally forgot them, and were able to focus on the present, focus on that present pitch that they were given. And I think the Titans, showed a lot of energy and momentum, were able to keep the game at their own speed and control it.
I'm sure as a student athlete, your coaches will talk to you about this, but there's something about feeling like you can always come back. You're not always going to pull the comeback, but you've probably been on a number of teams where you're like, hey, even if we go down 2 sets, I feel like this is a team that we've done it before, we can do it again, and that starts to build a little confidence.
Oh yeah, I mean the game's not over until it's over, and clearly the Titans in this case on this softball field were just focusing on getting it done and not putting themselves down because they were down in the first couple innings, but they just focused on getting those hits, getting those runs, getting on base, and they did it, and they got in front of them.
Well, the Titans pull off an incredible comeback. Again, Caroline Gatchell coming in top of the first, pitching a wonderful 6 innings. Mallory Holland then coming in, knocking down the save, getting 3 big outs. The Titans scratching away, different hitters chipping in along the way. Titans are victorious in game number 1, 5-4, as the sun, both figuratively and literally, has come out right at the end of this game at Inspiration Field. We're going to step away for a little bit of a break, but we'll be back to bring you game number 2. Make sure you join us right here on the Titan Broadcast Network.